We can make friends.
Drake's mansion is so unbelievable.
Drake's mansion is both amazing and awful.
That some of its features can only be described as awful.
Every bathroom in his house, when you walk up to the toilet, it opens and starts playing Tupac Hit 'Em.
Made funnier by the insane legal battle Drake went through.
What?
Features can only be described as awful.
Every bathroom in his house, when you walk up to the toilet, it opens and starts playing Tupac Hit 'Em.
Made funnier by the insane legal battle Drake went through just to have it built.
The brick wall is an eyesore to my clients in the neighborhood.
Right on.
He first purchased the property for 6 points.
Out of every song, Hit 'Em Up. I mean, it's a good song, don't get me wrong. That is a pretty good song, but I don't know, like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, I don't know, something that's just kind of soothe and ease, you know?
7 million in September 2015, at which point it simply looked like this. A 1963 bungalow with a 3-car garage and swimming pool, although it was obvious that Drake was focused on a different part of the property.
He never cared about like buying a big house. He was just like, I care about buying land.
Drake bought the house for its land and location, being a 2-acre lot amongst other mansions in the Toronto neighborhood of Bridle Path. The suburb ranked as the richest area in all of Canada, with its residents having an average net worth of 22 million and an average home value of 5.1 million. YouTube videos driving through the area show some of the craziest houses you might ever witness, and as a result, it's no surprise that Drake decided to build there.
Whoa.
On the 18th of May 20...
It's gotta be like... Actually, I don't know. There's gotta be real gold in here somewhere. I was thinking maybe all of it. Oh shit, nah, I don't know. Bro, are they that sauced out that they got real gold just chilling out here on the fence? Could be the Beverly. I don't know. Wait, it's Toronto. It's not Beverly's, but it's like expensive areas, so they're probably all like chilling. But brother, that I'd be terrified, yo. Like to have this, someone's straight gonna drill it, you know.
And as a result,
I would.
it's no
nah, I wouldn't. But you know, like, nah, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? It's just like if I pass this, I'd want to get like a shaving or like engrave, you know? I wouldn't want to.
that Drake decided to build it.
I just, you got me there. You got.
On the 18th of May 2016, Drake's barely decipherable 3-story mansion plans were first released to the public, which accompanied a planning notice at the front of the residence, leading to annoying petty problems before construction had even started. Drake quickly discovered that the house he'd bought to demolish had been designed by a world-famous architect, and as a result he'd be scolded by the media for wrecking a piece of history. In one article titled "Drake, Take One Dance with That Bridle Path Home Before Tearing It Down," the writer stated, "I'm pretty angry with you for considering it a teardown," while the demolition notice had comments such as, "Maybe a minor variance in zoning, but one more sad step in Toronto's blind disinterest in heritage." Although these complaints were nothing compared to the issues caused by the new design, as the proposed mansion was so freaking huge it goes beyond what's permitted there. For example, the mansion's height of 17 meters was well beyond the 11 meters permitted by council, while his 34-meter wide driveway was 3.5 times larger than the allowed width of 9 meters. But the aspect that received the most backlash was the height of Drake's new fences.
Fences more than twice as high as would otherwise be allowed, in part due to security concerns on his property.
I was about to say, in a sense, I kind of get it. You know who we're talking about right now? We're talking about Drake. Love him or hate him, like, bro, he's been in the game for decades. He was also doing Degrassi. Like, I don't know how big that was for. I didn't watch that. I don't know. I saw the clip though. Boom. But like, shit. Like, bro, he's Drake. Bro, the memes. There's Drake memes about being Drake. You know how big you have to be to have a meme about you? Like, what the fuck? Like, if I was him, I'd have these walls, man.
Everyone knows where he sleeps, where he eats, and that has really freaked him out.
As mentioned, Drake's extra high fences were proposed for security. However, his neighbors made an effort to push back immediately.
The brick wall is an eyesore to my clients in the neighborhood, as it could be observed from almost every single room of my client's residence.
Despite this, councillors sided with Drake after learning he'd spent $1 million on trees for the property, and as a result, the building was finally approved.
$1 million.
Roughly 2 months later, Drake's builder and architect Ferris Rafali, posted this image to his Instagram with the title, "Let's get started." This was followed by another post only 8 days later, showing that the block had been completely flattened, in the process
That's kind of interesting. I forgot about these, what were they upset about? Something about Victoria? Oh, Victorian. The House of Victorian, right? They're upset because it's a historical thing. He kind of tore it down. Well, in a sense, like, I get people trying to preserve. Was it like a place of architecture? I thought it was just a house. Like, while it is a house, like,
tear down.
He did pay for it, so like he gets to decide. But if it's like a piece of landmark architecture, take one dance with bridle path home before tearing it down. A lot about a house I bought on Park Lane Circle in Toronto's Tony Bridle Path neighborhood. Bridle Path neighborhood. See, I don't know. This means nothing since I live in like Texas. You know, the NA. It means nothing. Like that's a little bit of ways. I don't know what that means. Like that might be like their town circle for all I know, or it could be the fucking the old Chuck E. Cheese. You know, like I don't fucking. Yeah. I don't know, but it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't seem like it was like a landmark, not like a capital or maybe a rehabilitation center. Maybe I don't know. I get like the style they want to preserve, but if it's not like historical, in
roughly 2 months,
in terms of like a capital, or it was like main base buildings for something. Oh, he bought the thing, I guess. Like, bro, I don't know. I think it's kind of chill, no?
Rafali posted this image to his Instagram with the title, "Let's get started." This was followed by another post only 8 days later, showing that the block had been completely flattened, in the process creating a brand new problem.
This is kind of crazy, though. The thing that is kind of weird is how he got away with triple the space that is even allowed. Like, I get he wanted the fence thing, and they allowed that. So how do you get away with the spacing? Does he just say like, well, you know, since the fence is gonna be there already, like, can I have the room for the other gate and a bunch of cars and shit? I was like, yeah, why not? I guess. Sure, I guess.
8 days later, showing that the block had been completely flattened, in the
it's literally like 3 times normal. Like holy
creating
shit.
a brand new problem. Drake's lovely neighbors had launched another complaint.
Like the other one was only
claiming that trees were being cut down on the property,
not even that big.
They received permission to do so. As a result, Drake was now facing a fine of up to $100,000 for every tree destroyed, although his builder maintained that they'd done nothing wrong. This was confirmed after a council investigation, which stated there have been no violations. There have been no large trees cut down. I'm very glad that Drake and the company he has hired is obeying the law. Roughly 1 month later, an archived satellite view of the property showed that construction was back underway, which accompanied a new post on Ferris's Instagram, hinting at just how crazy the mansion was going to be. This is how we build an official NBA indoor basketball court, shoring an excavation in process, which was followed by another post 1 month later, showing the speed at which the house was being built.
What do you mean by that?
In the process, Drake came by to check out the property, which had begun framing only 4 months later, a stage which was fully completed within a matter of weeks, at which point—
That kind of looked like Fuzi, no? That guy was jacked. Isn't that Fuzi? Oh no. Bro, he kind of had the same shoulders and like the shades in the top? Bro, I thought— Bro, all I saw was shades and shoulders. I was like, that's Fuzi, no?
The property—
Bro, he's kind of more longer though, I think, in the arms.
Which had begun framing only 4 months later.
Definitely different facial structure, but like...
to check out the property, which had begun framing only 4 months later, a stage which was fully completed within a—
I thought he finally made it. I thought he finally made it to it,
which
man.
had begun framing only 4 months later,
like
a stage which was fully
shit,
completed within a matter of weeks, at which point the builder revealed another crazy detail. While the original plans put the mansion at 21,000 square feet, this number had since been doubled to 45,000 square feet,
Jesus.
which included a 3,200 square foot master bedroom suite. For context, the size of an average 3-bedroom home is usually around 1,600 square feet, meaning Drake's bedroom was going to be the same size as 2 fully built middle-class homes. Although Drake showed no remorse for his extravagance, stating, "Because I was building it in—"
Wait, for floors? We're talking floors, right? Like, just floors.
Meaning Drake's bedroom was going to be the same size as 2 fully built
Oh shit!
middle-class homes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Although Drake showed no remorse for his extravagance, stating, "Because I was building it in my hometown, I wanted the structure to stand firm for 100 years. I wanted it to have a monumental scale and feel. It'll be one of the things I leave behind, so it had to be timeless and strong."
Man, like said, watched the Batman Begins and said, "I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna just let me have that manner, yo. I'm Bruce Wayne."
Stating,
like, he's the Dark Knight. Nope.
"Because I was building it in my hometown, I wanted the structure to stand firm for 100 years. I wanted it to have a monumental scale and feel. It'll be one of the things I leave behind, so it had to be timeless and strong. It's overwhelming high luxury. That message is delivered through the size of the rooms. I wanted to make sure people can see the work I put in over the years, reflected from every vantage point." As construction continued, Ferris and Drake once again posed at the front of the property, although this, in combination with countless media articles listing his address, accentuated an aspect that was already a massive problem: security.
The attempts of getting into this property is daily and nightly.
As mentioned by Drake's representative, the house was being broken into every single day and night, only made worse when the house was given a geotag as Drake's mansion on Google Maps. As a result, Drake had to hire significant security.
Dude, that security's insane. You ever seen security?
Bro, his house is on Google Maps. Holy shit. I guess it was a Team 10, Jake Paul's thing. Yeah, they also did that. I think you could just do that, but it feels like he didn't want that. I wouldn't think, yo. I mean, people would have figured it out anyways, but I don't think he would have wanted that. That's it's like,
was given
holy shit, that's crazy. Like, you're like a locals Diddy.
As Drake's man.
Like someone looking for Denny's could accidentally just fucking run into Drake's mansion
on Google Maps. As a result, Drake had to hire significant security.
Dude, his security is insane. You ever seen security?
Yeah, I've seen some.
Imagine more.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. You're not getting to this guy. No chance.
With this also being seen in a video by a YouTuber named Walking Lady.
Don't go on the property again, alright?
Don't go what, sorry?
On the property.
And echoed in this comment reading, "I drove past his house looking to take some pictures, but there were these 3 to 4 big dudes standing out front guarding the place. What a life." In one notable incident, Drake's Toronto mansion was stormed by a knife-wielding woman who allegedly struck a security guard with...
Jesus. That's fucking crazy. Hey, this guy... I drove past his house looking to take some pictures. Huh. Why?
Place.
I never really understand this. I never really understand this with like the Team 10s or this like celebrity households. Actually, you know, the only one I kind of understood was like the Beatles, because they were like in the middle. They were really in there. They also like gave life to like a whole street or whatever. So it was like, it was a big thing for them over there. And I don't know too much about it, but from what I've heard, it sounded like it was massive, yo. But I know Drake is massive, right? This just seems, bro. If I want to see his house, I'm googling. Bro, you gonna go take a picture of his house? I don't really understand.
Just a lie.
Like, are you gonna go outside and take a photo at the gate? Are you gonna... I don't really get it. Like, when people went to Team 10, they went to go get pictures with, like, Jake and shit. And maybe the house, weirdly. But, like, most of them were kids. Drake, I feel like his age ranges a lot. Mostly, like, kind of my age. I just say, like... Probably, oh fuck, I don't know, man, like some teen to like, shit, doesn't academics say Drake, academics top 5 is Drake, and that man's like, it's not older, he's an older man, you know, he's like 34, I don't even know how old he is really, but, yeah, man, he's just like, it ranges, so it's kind of interesting. I don't know, like, you know, there's a bigger shot of a wider range of people in this. It's like, At some point, I don't know, man. It's just like, this just seems weird. I don't know. At my stage in my life, this just seems odd, man. I'm gonna Google it. Like,
what a life.
If I care that much, which I don't. Like, I don't care.
One notable incident, Drake's Toronto mansion was stormed by a knife-wielding woman who allegedly struck a security guard with a pipe, but while there were obviously some security hurdles during construction, there was no denying the house began to look incredible. After laying the slab for the basketball court, Ferris uploaded a video showing the—
Actually, in a way I don't care, because this is actually why I care. Bro, I knew this was probably a thing. He has some crazy shit inside. It's not what's outside to me, it's what's inside. And look at this thing.
Court's entire construction process, which included a Drake-themed scoreboard, Drake-themed on-court branding, and even Drake-themed basketballs. The video received comments such as, "This is the dopest indoor court I've ever seen."
See, if you're gonna go get a picture, and you're looking to go get a picture of that shit, I kinda get it. But the outside, it is kind of nice. This is a pretty massive manor. It's like fucking Bruce Wayne shit, but bro, like I said, Google. Okay, I don't know. And at that point, I don't care.
Which included a Drake.
But this is sick. This should be shown off. Like, see, this would be cool to go to. Like, bro, this was better than most NBA like training facilities.
Themed scoreboard, Drake-themed on-court.
Just even with the wood balls.
Branding, and even Drake-themed basketball.
You could already tell there's like wants to be a television here, maybe. Like, it looks like there's a mounting. They have to cut out here, and they got the board, bro. Fucking. That's crazy.
Basketballs.
OVO.
The video received comments such as, "This is the dopest indoor court I've ever seen a celebrity have. Beats Shaq's and Jordan's." But while the basketball court could only be described as awesome, there were other aspects of the property that were better described as awesomely stupid. For example, Drake spent $700,000 on the world's most expensive bed. Created specifically for Drake's house, the bed named Grand Vivitas weighs 530 kilograms or 1,168 pounds and took over 600 hours just to make a single one. The bed has a whiskey and champagne bar on the backside of the bedhead and a dedicated team of employees who flip and clean the mattress every 3 months. In addition to the bed, Drake had a 4,000-pound bathtub delivered to his ensuite, which was made from one giant piece of marble at a cost of over $50,000. After finishing in the tub, Drake can get dressed in his 2-story walk-in closet, which he's since defended as being an important part of the property. The bedroom is where I come to decompress from the world at the end of the night, and where I open my eyes to seize the day. The bed lets you float, the shower lets you escape and gather your thoughts, and the closet makes you want to talk to yourself while getting dressed. On the 5th of October 2019, roughly 3 years after construction first began, Drake—
I don't know about all that. I've never had a closet, so I don't know.
Talk to yourself while getting dressed.
I don't know about all this. That sounds interesting though.
5th of October 2019, roughly 3 years after construction first began, Drake posted this video to his Instagram showing that the luxury mansion was nearing completion while providing a further sneak peek into some of its wild features.
That was like a nightclub, yo.
There were the singing toilets we mentioned earlier, as well as quite possibly the craziest indoor swimming pool you might ever witness. However, it wouldn't be until Drake moved into the home 6 months later that he'd also show off his separate outdoor pool, as apparently the property needed 2 separate pools. On top of this, Drake bought a custom Bosendorf—
Well, you know, I get that. Honestly, I get that. Bro, one day is just gonna be like, you're gonna be inside, and you don't want to be inside. You want to go outside. Like, bro, I get it, bro. Like, sometimes you want to swim inside. Sometimes you want to swim. I get it.
For piano for an estimated $500,000, which was—
oh, what if it's bro, sometimes like, you don't want to swim in the storm. Like, fuck that. I used to swim in the storm as a kid, and then I realized that shit is just like, that shit ain't it, yo. It's just like, you get up from the pool and you have to go take a shower. Like, you're just covered in fucking leaves and shit. It's like, in that case, I'd rather be inside with the fucking indoor pool.
Shown for the first time in the Tootsie Slide music video, where Drake would also display a room holding every award he'd ever won. Additionally,
that
Drake
shit was cold.
Entire hallway.
That video was kind of cold though, like him just showing off his manner in the way. I think that was the first time he showed it off. It was kind of cold.
Where Drake would also display a room holding every award he'd ever won. Additionally, Drake built an entire hallway for the sole purpose of displaying basketball jerseys. And considering Drake also has sun-tanning beds in his bathrooms, it's no surprise that even DJ Khaled praised the designer by stating, "Amazing job, I want you to build my next estate. I've been thinking the name of the one we're gonna build together because Embassy is incredible. incredible. Champagne Papi inspired me on another level. I have more work to do. Although even if you include Drake's 12-car garage and $10 million car collection, the mansion's often quoted value of $150 million is way over-exaggerated. The most expensive home ever listed in Bridle Path was on the other side of Drake Street, which had an asking price of $45 million in 2021. The home was built at the same time as Drake's and has a similar 9 bedrooms, 16 bathrooms, 12-car garage, and an indoor swimming pool. The property failed to sell for $45 million and has since had its price dropped to $40 million, so while Drake's house is certainly more luxurious, it probably wouldn't sell for $150 million or even half of that. Despite this, Drake has certainly achieved his
well, even though it's Drake's, I'll tell you right now, that thing ain't something for that much. Very cool. That basketball shit, double pool, are nice. Even the showing off of his monumentum, very cool. I'm wondering though, where's the theater? Well, like, you got all this space, but I didn't see no theater. You gotta have one of those. You gotta. And I'm sure he's got a studio. You gotta have one of those too. I'm sure he's got one. But I would have wished to see that. Bro, like, all we saw was really the outside. Bro, things I really cared about was the inside. It's kind of a shame we didn't see it. But that's really where you find out where all the money was spent in, besides the, you know, the shit that holds the exterior. Well, the exterior, yeah, you know,
goal of building a monumental property, albeit at the cost of his time, money, and even his safety.
Yeah, pretty cool though. Pretty cool. I'd like to go inside. I wouldn't be taking pictures outside, but you know, I'd like to go inside. That'd be kind of cool. Straight bouncy.